Hello everybody, this is Hydrive9 here, bringing you a Modern Warfare 2 commentary on Rust 1v1 two times in a row. What? So anyways, what's up guys? I know it's been a while since I've done a COD commentary. I'm pretty busy with the Conquer commentary, and just so you guys know, that's all pre-recorded. Like, I'm almost done with it. I'm up to a certain point in the game, and I just haven't been playing it lately, but I've just been basically putting videos together, rendering them so they're already ready to put on YouTube. But I've also been busy because I have a full-time job now, and it's taking a lot of, it's taking up a lot of my time. And, yeah. Anyways. So, yeah, like I said, Modern Warfare 2 1v1. I can assure you, though, these people I'm playing against, this is no friendly match. These two, they're ragers, as most people would like to say. They are the rage, you know. And the I hate you because you beat me people. So I guess I should tell you the story behind this. Me and my friend Skyfire, he's been in a commentary before, and he's actually gonna be pretty soon here. He's gonna be in a dual commentary for Conquer, quite a few episodes. Yeah, and we join a lobby. We don't join a lobby. We get put into a game, and I sigh like a pro. I'm just, you know, and the local 13 kid asked me, he says, "What'd you sigh about?" I said, "Your mother's cunt." And he's like, "Ugh, rage! Rage!" And it was really funny because he just kept raging and raging and raging, and he was being incredibly ironic. He was like, "Why do you take Call of Duty so seriously?" And then he would die, and he's like, "You fucking suck, I can't believe you. You know, you think you're so hot shit." And I'm like, "Dude, no one's talking to saying hot shit and dirt and dirt." And he's like, "I can't believe you." And then he's like, and then at one point he even turned around to me, he's like, it was so funny, it made me laugh so hard, because he turned around and he's like, the conversation basically got into videos and stuff, and I told him, I was like, "Dude, I hope you do understand that I'm recording this, and this is going on YouTube." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't think you have enough intelligence to even know how to work the software to record videos and put them onto YouTube." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "What, tell me the software you have." And he's like, "I put videos on YouTube all the time, and I know for a fact that you're not smart enough to put them onto YouTube." I'm like, "Okay." And so he's like, "Tell me what software you have." I'm like, "Well, I have the," and I told, I don't want to, well, I guess I should. It should. And I basically told him that I had the ArcSoft Total Media Extreme. Sorry, I don't have the name memorized. I had to open it up. Yeah, but I told him that I had an HD PVR with that and Sony Vegas. Then he got all pissed off. He's like, "Wow, I can't believe you would go out and spend like $1,000 on video recording software just so you could record a game." And I'm like, "Okay." And the fact of the matter is this is Sony Vegas Pro 10. This is Sony Vegas 9. You know, I mean, it's not, how can I say it? It's one of those things where everybody and their children for Call of Duty commentaries has. You know, everybody has it. Everyone does. You know, and sure, the HD PVR was $200, but god damn it, I saved my money for a really long time to get it, you know. And then he went on to say, like, who would do that? Who would go out and spend that much money on Sony Vegas and blah blah blah? And then he later went on to say that he had Adobe Video, and which makes me laugh because Adobe Video is pretty damn expensive. And as far as I know, it's pretty difficult to pirate a program like that. You know, like, I'm just saying, it's pretty difficult to not spend money on that video or that software, especially since it comes in a package. I don't know, I thought it was really funny, but that was basically the whole thing. And he was turning around like, "You think you're hot shit, you're so rich?" I'm like, "No dude, I'm poor as fuck." He's like, "Yeah, you're poor as fuck. I have an income of $250,000 a year as a surveyor." And I'm like, "What?" It's like he doesn't really seem to understand things. He's like throwing bullshit things out there to try to make himself look better and whatever. It made me laugh so hard, man. Like, you don't even know. And that brings me to this, that I am so disappointed in myself for not recording the voices, because the dumbass that I am forgot to record or put the voices to play through my TV instead of my headset. And I didn't realize that until I actually got done recording and I went back and played it, and I was like, wait, their voices aren't playing. I turned up my volume, like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot. It like made me so sad. But anyways, this whole commentary I'm doing, I understand it's like 18 minutes long, and you guys don't want to listen to me ramble and blah blah blah, and I completely understand that. You know, if this video is too long for you, then I won't have any problem if you turn away or whatever, because I would even have troubles watching an 18-minute long video unless there were some really legitimate points proven or it was legitimately entertaining or whatever. So, you know, I don't blame anybody, but this video is just basically for fun. Well, all my videos are for fun, but this one in general is just, I have to post it. I just have to. My conscience will not rest unless I post this video. So, anyways, it brings me on to a topic of the overconfident, the subconscious, and the ignorant. This kid basically made me realize why people rage so hard, and I mean, like, I kind of understood it before. Well, I mean, I did understand it before. You know, you lose, you get mad, and some people are really competitive and blah blah blah, but I never understood, like, why are people so competitive, you know, like, why do people get so competitive over a video game? I mean, I understand, like, MLG and stuff, because that shit's, like, pro, man. You get money for that. You win, you get money. Alright, I can understand being competitive about that, but, like, when you're doing, like, 1v1s like this and stuff, I don't understand it, you know, because it's just a game. It's just a non-realistic game that you shouldn't rage over. At least that's how I've seen it, you know, that's how I always look at it. You know, and rarely will you find me, well, actually, never will you find me turning around and screaming at a kid for being cheap. Yeah, sure, I get annoyed when I see someone camping using a noob tube or an M16 or whatever, but I'm not going to sit here and just be like, that's the wrong way to play the game. You're not playing the game my way, and by that logic, you should just throw it away because you're stupid and you shouldn't be playing this game because you're playing it the wrong way. Like, you know, these kids did. And I think it's just, and it made me realize that this kid, the local 13 kid, not so much the other kid, the Rackning, I can't read it. What is that? Hold on. Race King for life. Okay. Yeah. No. It made me realize, because the thing is this kid, he was way overconfident in his abilities. He underestimated me way too much, and when he started losing, he started making excuses. And when he started running out of excuses, he started trying to beef himself up, like most people do. You know, I mean, I'm sure we've all come across that one guy that said, I'm gonna find out where you live and come to your house and beat you up. And, you know, I mean, he didn't say that, but he was saying things like he was rich and that he made an income of $250,000 a year as a surveyor, which is, like, technically impossible unless you got a fucking Santa's sleigh and you're around the world 24/7, you know? You know, he was saying, and then when those didn't work and I was just laughing at him, he was trying to attack me through the video game, saying that my way of playing is garbage, that blah blah blah. And then when I told him, I said, alright man, this video is going to go on YouTube, he tried to get me to stop putting it onto YouTube by saying everybody's going to make fun of me, everybody's going to laugh at me, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay man, if you really think that way. And the thing is even regardless, if 250,000 people come to this video and they say, oh my god, I can't believe you hard scoped a little bit, and you quick scoped a little bit, and you drag scoped a little bit, you motherfucker, you goddamn mother cheap ass motherfucking fuck. You know, I mean, if people, you know, I understand people have their pet peeves in this game just like they do in every game, but the fact of the matter is, you've got to understand that you are not the only one who put out money to buy this game. And by the way, this quickscope is actually kind of awesome. You know what? I gave him props for that. That was really cool. Anyways, yeah, no, you got to understand that you're not the only one who put 60, if not more, you know, dollars down for this game. Okay, everybody who's playing this right now paid money for it. You know, I mean, if they didn't, cool, but that's the thing, is they bought this game to play their game how they want to play it. And to turn around and say that you're playing the game the wrong way and blah blah blah, and to even ask the question, what kind of game do you think Call of Duty is? And this is a quote-unquote thing. This kid literally came to me and said, what kind of game do you think Call of Duty is? And I said, well, I think it's a first-person shooter game. I think that's pretty obvious. He said, do you think it's a run and gun game? Do you think it's a run and gun game? I said, well, I think it depends on the player. And he's like, no, it's a run and gun game. And if you don't run and gun on this game, then you're just a noob. You don't know how to play this game at all. You're playing it the wrong way, and you should just go sell it. You shouldn't be playing this game if you're not running and gunning. And I'm like, dude, you gotta understand something. You know, it's just basically like I said, not everybody's gonna sit here and rush with the UMP. Some people are gonna camp in a corner with an RPD. Not every single person that grabs a sniper is gonna quickscope, especially if there's a thermal on it. And that even makes me, and that brings up another thought. He turned around to me in this game, he said, you're the only goddamn motherfucker that we've ever seen hardscope in this game, ever. And the first thing that popped in my mind is like, wow. They obviously haven't been playing this game for a very long time. But he turned around and said that. And the thing that popped in my head is, and it popped in my friend's head too, is if you ever come across a thermal sniper, have you ever done that? Okay, they'll sit across the map in a corner for the entire game just to get that one kill. That one kill, you know, they'll pull up some like goddamn Marine Corps shit, you know, they're not gonna run out in the middle of the map with a fucking thermal sniper and do 720s off of buildings trying to no-scope you. You know, that's the whole point of a thermal scope. And sure, a lot of people consider thermal cheap, but the fact of the matter is no matter how cheap it gets, people are still gonna use it. Even if it got nerfed somehow, even if the thermal scope got nerfed, people would still use it. Just like how people still use the FAMAS in Black Ops. You know, that thing got nerfed to all hell. So did the AK-74U. You know, everything. People would still use it. And people would still call it cheap. You know, and that's the thing. And the fact of the matter is, whether you're sniping or you're using a goddamn RPG, if you die, this is the thing is what I'm getting at here, is if you die, and you die consistently, you have got to understand that it's not the fact that the person's playing the game the wrong way, it's the fact that their strategy and their tactics are better than yours. And if you can't successfully adapt and, you know, plan your strategies based off of what that person is doing, then you fail. You fail ultimately. You know, I mean, it's like when you run around a corner and you die by some guy who's sitting in some goddamn dark abyss, and then you're like, okay, and then you respawn, and you run around that same corner, and you die again by that same guy who's sitting in that same goddamn abyss. You know, your brain's gonna say, alright, either don't go to that corner, or throw a stun grenade, a flash grenade, or a smoke grenade even, or just throw a grenade in there in general. And if you're not listening to your brain power right there, then you're a goddamn retard. I mean, I'm not saying, oh, you're a goddamn retard, trying to be offensive, but I'm saying it is like a slang term, like, just don't do it. You know, your brain will tell you, don't do it. You know, it'll tell you over and over and over, do not go there, do not do this, do not do that. And if you do it anyway by your goddamn imaginary ghost brain that's floating off to the side of your head, you're stupid. Never listen to that ghost brain. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. You'll just die over and over and over, and you're just gonna get mad. But, you know, that's the thing, is there's no specific way to play this game. And this kid, I'm not kidding you guys, thought that if you didn't play the game his way, then you sucked. I mean, even at one point, after we, like, because the thing is, after this 1v1 game, he turned around and was like, you know what, I'm not going to put up with your shit, and you're kicked out of this lobby, and you're muted, and you're reported for harassment. I laughed hysterically, just so you know. I was like, okay. So he kicks me out of the lobby, and me and my friend Skyfire, we start playing games again, and what do you know? We get put in the same lobby as them again, except we're on the other team. So, you know, we started winning. They won one game out of four games. They won one game out of 4 games that we played against them. They didn't leave the lobby or anything, but every single game, they started complaining. They started QQ, you know, you guys are camping, you guys aren't rushing. And then they even turned around at one point and said, let's see how good you guys do. Let's see how good you guys do running around the map and rushing. And so me and my friend Skyver were like, okay. So we started running around the map, and sure enough, we won. You know, and the funny thing is this local guy, then he started camping, and he was camping even worse than we were. He was doing that, I'm gonna sit in a goddamn black hole in the corner of a room with akimbo G18s, and anybody that comes around this corner, holy fuck, they're screwed, you know? And, yeah, admittedly, you know, I do camp to an extent, but not, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I camp like some people do. What I'll usually do, and especially in a situation like this, is, I mean, I'm sure if you guys have been able to tell that the radar has always been on, and when that radar is always on, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna look at them. You know, it's like an SR-71 on Black Ops. You're gonna be aiming where they are before they come around that corner. You're not gonna just sit there, run in the middle of the map, spin around, and try to quickscope someone. You're gonna try to win, because that's the thing is, you know, he challenged me to a 1v1. He's host and blah blah blah. If I win, I get bragging rights. If he wins, cool, he gets bragging rights too. You know, it's the way I see it is it's a fair and square type of deal. Even though we were supposed to be sniping and they got pissed off and they started knifing and just using G18 akimbos and M4s and all that fun stuff, and it was really ridiculous. But you know, what can you do? People will make excuses to, you know, do all sorts of different things, but the fact of the matter is I still won both of them. Spoiler, who knows, but I still won, and even after the game, they just said, you know what, we're not gonna count that as a loss, because you're just a cheap-ass motherfucker. And it's like, dude, you're using akimbo G18s when you're host on hardcore with 1v1. It's like, you really calling me cheap here? It's like, dude, really? I thought it was just, I thought it was really funny. It made me laugh. But yeah, no, and it's just, I don't know, I could go on forever. You know, this is like the 4th time I've recorded this commentary, and the fact of the matter is I've always found myself blabbling about how ignorant this kid is, but, you know, I think it's just something that you're just gonna encounter in any Call of Duty game. You know, it's just something that is gonna happen. You're gonna encounter people that are gonna get mad all the time, and the best thing to do is just laugh at them, because if you don't, then, you know, you let them win. And by my logic, if you're killing someone, whether you're camping or noob tubing or whatever, and you're making them rage, then you're winning. You know, that's the thing. Sure, I don't agree with it, and you'll never find me agreeing with noob tubes and all that other fun stuff, but the fact of the matter is if you're winning and someone's telling you that you're cheap and blah blah blah, then in my mind's eye, you're winning. Not only in the game, but mentally as well, you know, because the thing is, the more upset people get, the worse they're gonna do, and I think this proved it. Because these guys are decent players, but they got worse as time got on, because they were QQing all over the place. Anyways, there you go, you guys. Modern Warfare 2 commentary, finally, right? I just avoided 2 missionaries that came to my door, so you guys better love me for this, even though I avoided them like forever. You know, I don't like talking to missionaries, but I feel so bad saying that. I'm such a terrible person. I'm going to hell. Anyways, you guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Comment, rate, and whatever. I'm gonna put their PSNs on the video, so you guys can stop by and say hi, send messages or whatever. And I'm not encouraging you to be douchebags, but, burp, be a douchebag. Anyways, you guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.